Today I'm going to introduce a table game called Mega Play, and it's a game that is for people who really love action, because what it does is it has a 1-card game in it, and a 3-card game, and a 5-card game. So it's full of action. That's why they call it Mega Play. The way the cards are dealt out would be coming from Shufflemaster, but we're going to do it handheld. The cards would come out like this, and each player would get 2 cards. Okay. The betting structure is the following. There is a bet here called a Mega Slide. We'll get into that in a second. And then there is a 3-card Mega Bet, and a 5-card Mega Bet, a 3-card bonus, and a 5-card bonus. And then after looking at one's cards, one can decide to play the 3 or the 5. This will all become clear in a minute. Okay, if you focus your attention here, we're going to be dealing with this wager right now. And that is the 1-card bet, and it's called the Mega Slide bet. If this card is between these 2 cards, this bet gets paid. Let's see what happens. It's a jack. What that means is each one of these wagers, everyone won who made that wager. Now the action of the game changes a little bit. That is, each player has 2 cards. This section of the wagering here deals with the best 3-card hand, utilizing 2 cards that the player has and one of these cards that's on the board. They play that against the dealer's card. Now these are all the dealer's cards. The dealer does not use these community cards whatsoever, but the players use these community cards here. These are the dealer's 5 cards. This is what the dealer has. And let's see what the dealer has in this case. We have a pair of 9s, a jack 5, and a queen. Okay, so what we have here is a pair of 9s, okay, and a queen, and a 5, and a jack. What is the dealer's best 3-card poker hand here? Well, it's a queen, a 9, and a 5 of all the same suit. The best hand is a flush. So let us now look at what the player has. Okay, this particular player has 9, a 10, and a jack. Now, when we play 3 cards, a straight beats a flush. And in this instance, there is a bonus associated with that, a Mega 3 bonus, where the player gets paid 6-1 on the bonus and gets paid on these 2 flat bets here for the straight of the best 3-card hand. Now, on this portion here, the player is playing a 5-card hand. And in this case, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen. Again, the player has a straight. And on this pay scale, with a straight, the player gets paid 4-1 and also has the flat bets. So the player gets paid 4-1 and is paid even money on the flat bets. Let's look at the next player. The next player, on a 3-card poker hand, has a 5 and 3 in hearts with a queen of hearts. That player has a flush. Okay, on the 3-card bonus, on a flush, that player gets paid 4-1 and gets paid 1-1 on the flat bets. Now, on this portion over here, the player is dealing with the player's best 5-card hand against the dealer's 5-card hand. What does the player have? The player has no pairs, no flush, no straight, no anything, so the player loses on all those wagers. If we look over here, what does this player have? Okay, on the 3-card hand, the player does not beat the dealer's flush. What the player has a pair of queens. So on the bonus wager, this player gets paid. However, the queens loses to the 3-card flush. Those wagers go away. However, on the 5-card hand, queen 8, queen 8. This player has 2 pair. So on the 2 pairs, this player gets paid. On the 2 pair 1-to-1 on this bonus schedule, and gets paid on the flat bet because the dealer's best 5-card hand is a pair of 9s. Let's look at this player. This player on the 3-card wager has 3 jacks, and with 3 jacks this player gets paid 3 of a kind, 30-to-1 on a $5 bet, gets paid $150 on that, and gets paid even money on the flat bets for beating the dealer. Now, on the 5-card section, this player has 3 jacks, which beats the dealer, and 3 of a kind gets paid 3-to-1, and the player gets played on the flat bet. So as you can see, this game is just filled with action. One might say that, oh, it's a little confusing, but you know what? It gets very, very easy to play after a few runs with it. And that is mega play. And there certainly is plenty of mega play to this game. Thank you.